You ever have a day start out so perfect, so sweet, you just know the universe is getting ready to flip the table on you? Yeah, that was us at the county fair. For me and my daughter Lily, the fair wasn't just some dusty old tradition. It was our tradition, the kind you count down to for weeks, with the kind of anticipation only a kid with a big heart and a stubborn dad can muster. That morning, the world looked hand-painted sun rolling over the fields, air thick with hay and caramel, and Lily buzzing in the back seat, so eager you'd think this was her first time and not her third. You know what I mean? The fair always felt like a safe place, but this year, safe was about to be a whole different ballgame. I parked as close as I could, did the usual, carefully got Lily out of the car, helped her settle into her wheelchair, strapped her in with her favorite sunflower blanket. She was 12 now, heavier than the tiny preemie I'd first held in the NICU. But to me, she still felt light, like holding hope itself. Cerebral palsy had tangled her muscles, slowed her speech, but never dimmed that bright, contagious joy. She looked up at me, eyes wide with that unstoppable hope, and asked, "Do you think they'll have the baby goats again, Daddy?" I swear, I'd walk through fire for that look. "I bet they will, honey. Maybe even more than last year." We pushed through the crowds past the popcorn carts, the game booths, and that familiar buzz of kids and cows and old folks pretending not to have fun. Every year, after a school field trip where Lily fell in love with a goat, we'd make this pilgrimage. It wasn't about buying livestock, it was about the dreamer dream. My badge could wait. That day I was just dad. We found a goat pens quick enough, and there they were, tiny white, bouncing around, all legs and mischief. Lily lit up, clapped, pointed, giggled, and I swear the world just felt lighter. Other folks noticed her, smiled, kept moving, but for that little moment, everything that was hard in life, the therapy appointments, the loneliness, the weight of being a single dad since Jenna passed, had faded. It was just us, a field full of dreams, and the stubborn hope of a kid who refused to let her disability define her. But life never gives you long, does it? I was just kneeling down, fixing her water bottle, when I heard that voice, sharp, cold, cutting through the warmth like an ice pick. "Move that thing out of the way." I turned, and there she was, Ellen Bishop, decked out in pearls, sunglasses, looking like she ran the world. Everyone in Cedar Glen knew her. HOA president, self-anointed queen bee. I'd never dealt with her up close, and I could see why that was a blessing. She wasn't even looking at me. Her whole scorn was aimed at Lily. "This is a public event, not a hospital." My jaw tightened. "Ma'am, there's plenty of room." But she just crossed her arms, insisted we were blocking the path, like my child was some piece of broken furniture to be moved. And when I told her, "That's my daughter," she sneered. "Maybe she'd be better off at home." This isn't the place for people like that. You ever see a kid's spirit shrink right in front of you? That's what happened to Lily. Her hands gripped the chair, so hard her knuckles turned white. Gone was the sparkle, replaced by something ugly: shame, confusion, the kind of wound you can't see but you feel as a parent in your bones. I kept my voice steady, reminded her this was Lily's place too, but Ellen just doubled down, bragging about her donations, her power. Then before I could even blink, she lunged forward and got. Even now I get cold just thinking about it, grabbed the handles of Lily's chair and shoved. It was over in seconds, but it felt like forever. Lily jerked, scared, her body stiff. And when I stepped in to block Ellen, she lashed out, called Lily a freak, wrapped her hand around my daughter's neck, squeezed. That's the kind of cruelty that feels almost unreal until it's not. You want to believe people aren't capable of it. Not in broad daylight, not in front of families and kids and witnesses. But some folks, when their power is threatened, show you exactly who they are. I moved fast. Training kicks, inshrift, soldier, dad, all rolled into one. I pulled Ellen's hands off, firm but not brutal, my anger cold, not wild. "You lay another finger on my daughter, and you'll regret it." The crowd was silent, except for Lily's soft, broken sobs. I didn't need to raise my voice. Just flash my bad sheriff, Jacob Mercer. Cedar Glen in, let her see exactly who she was up against. Paramedics arrived fast, took care of Lily, checked her neck, took photos, documented every mark. The fairground was a scene, cameras out, parents whispering, people realizing this wasn't some petty squabble, this was an attack. Ellen kept blustering, trying to play victim, but nobody was buying it. Not with half the county as witnesses, not with videos already rolling. I had her arrested right there, read her rights while she sputtered and threatened lawsuits. Didn't matter. Her power? Paper thin. Lily went home with my sister Amanda, and I went through every protocol called in backup, reported to CPS, made sure every detail was airtight. No technicalities, no loopholes. Ellen Bishop was going to answer for what she'd done, and everyone knew it. Maria Torres, a journalist friend, showed up before sunset, taking statements, gathering footage. This story wasn't getting swept under any rug. The aftermath hit fast. By morning, the town paper screamed, HOA president arrested for choking disabled girl at county fair. Videos went viral. Hashtags trended. Parents shared stories. Neighbors spoke up. For every family who'd ever been dismissed or ignored, this was the moment the dam broke. Ellen became the symbol of every bully who thought they were above consequences. In days, the HOA board tossed her out. Her husband's business lost contracts. Her little kingdom of fear evaporated overnight. But the big moment? The trial. 3 weeks later, the courtroom packed advocates, parents, reporters. Lily testified by video, voice shaky but clear, and there wasn't a dry eye in the place. I took the stand, described every detail, made it clear. This wasn't just a bad day, it was targeted hate. Ellen's defense tried everything, claimed stress, confusion, tried to paint her as misunderstood. But the jury saw through it. For hours later, guilty on all counts. Sentenced to 6 months in jail, 2 years probation, mandatory service especially with disability organizations. More than that, though, she was sentenced to social exile. No more power, no more parties, just the cold echo of her own actions. 6 months passed. The fair rolled around again. I took Lily older, braver, shining bright as ever. We walked the same path, past the same pens, only this time, nothing to fear. And across the grounds, we saw her Ellen, in an orange vest, picking up trash, invisible except for her shame. Lily just looked at me and asked, "She can't hurt anyone now, can she, Daddy?" I shook my head. "No, sweetheart. Not ever again." Funny thing is, it wasn't vengeance that made that day feel right. It was the way our community changed. The new HOA president put in ramps, started inclusive events, made everyone feel seen. Lily spoke at the library, told her story, talked about fear, about courage, about wanting only kindness. People listened. Kids asked questions. The world shifted, even if just a little. Ellen? She sold her house, tried to disappear. But truth follows you. That's how it is now. Last time I saw her, she looked away. Lily waved anyway. That's who my daughter is, kind, strong, undefeated. That night, Lily asked, "Do you think she learned anything?" I told her, "I think she did. And even if she didn't, a whole lot of other people did because of you." And I meant it. Sometimes justice is a courtroom. Sometimes it's a quiet kid with a big heart changing a town. Sometimes it's a bully alone in their silence, finally seeing themselves for who they are. So here's the question I can't stop asking. When someone finally faces consequences for cruelty, does it really change them or just the rest of us watching? I'd love to hear your thoughts. What does justice look like to you? Let's talk about it down below.